The first time that we all face it is often during our teenage years. There is this thing called teenage angst where we are angry for no reason. Everything just keeps affecting you. So we'll start from there, and then we'll keep on touching every topic as we go. Welcome everyone to 2x Talks. 2x Talks is a live podcast where we talk about everything and anything that interests us. And 2x Talk is in association with 2XTopia. And 2XTopia is a social media app which is a safe space for women to talk, connect, and what? To talk, connect, and meet people in real life. Okay, so my name is Prachi, and today's topic is about if no one is coming to save us, how do we save ourselves? Now, this topic may seem a bit scary, the sentence may seem a bit scary, but the topic isn't. So, this today's podcast is about raising awareness about mental health. Now, when it comes to our physical health, it is very clear to us and others as well. When it comes to our physical health, the symptoms are very clear, so it gets easier to treat it. Now, whether people treat it or not is a different matter altogether, but at least it's more visible, hence gets more help that way. But when it comes to our mental health, um, forget about the word. There are times where even we do not understand the issues that we face because we do not see others suffering from it. It's not out loud. People don't say things out loud. So it's times like this you might feel that you are alone, and that you are at fault, that something is wrong with you because you don't see others suffering. And that's why talking about mental health is a very important thing. It is a very stigmatized topic. Often when you're physically sick, no one's gonna blame you for that, but when it comes to mental health, the world blames you, you blame yourself. So that is what we'll be talking about. And mental health is something that affects everyone irrespective of their gender or their age and their place. So we'll be talking about what are these issues and how do we deal with it. So the I think the first time that we all face it is often during our teenage years. There is this thing called teenage angst where we are angry for no reason. Everything just keeps affecting you. So we'll start from there, and then we'll keep on touching every topic as we go. And then, Shumali, can you tell us about how your years were?
Yeah, so before I start discussing about my teenage years, I would like to ask this question to everybody who have joined here right now, including you, Prachi.
Okay.
Like, when was the last time you openly talked about your mental health with somebody? Like, this question is open to all, so maybe you guys can just unmute yourself or raise your hands and answer this.
Okay.
You can start. You can start, Prachi. When was
Let's
the last time?
Okay. Last time, okay. I do talk a lot, but most of the time I talk with myself first rather than bothering others. Because sometimes, you know what happens if we all have some kind of persistent issues. Like there's always one problem that keeps on occurring and occurring and occurring repeatedly. So then you yourself think, why should I bother people with the same thing again and again and again? So you do not reach out. So the first person that I reach out to is myself. Then after that, it comes, my sister comes, and then my friends. But yeah, I do not reach out that easily, although I am trying. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Anybody else would like to disclose, like, when was the last time they reached out to somebody?
Okay, it's okay. You tell us.
Okay. So I think most of the time they reached out to somebody.
I cannot hear you, Shomali. Shomali, I cannot hear you. You're stuck. It's me who lost the network.
Yeah, this is about mental health.
Shomali, can you repeat that? I cannot. I did not hear you at all. I got stuck.
someone just confirm that he can hear me.
Okay. But can you still repeat it so that it gets recorded? Because
Yeah,
I did not
yes,
hear anything.
sure, sure. Yeah, okay. Okay, so basically, what I was saying is that this thing we are very much scared to talk about. Even at this age, we feel like if we talk openly about our mental health issues with somebody, they're straight up going to judge us.
True.
They will tag us about a retarded person or something like that, which is really a stigma in the society currently.
Hmm.
And this is not new. We have seen this. I mean, now if you ask the question, to answer your question, like, how was my teenage years? Like a very angry teenager,
Yeah.
because I was confused. Like every other teenager, I was also confused. Like, what emotions are these? Earlier, it was used to be just happiness and sadness. Now, suddenly, I'm feeling angry. Suddenly, I'm agitated. Suddenly, I'm sad for no reason and depressed. And back then, when I was depressed, I was not even, I did not even have the idea of
Hmm.
what depression is
Yeah.
or what is the definition of depression in a proper dictionary. So my teenage years were confusing, and I spent half of my teenage years like figuring out like why am I feeling currently, because I was literally clueless about what was happening with me. So I believe even since the start of our teenage years, or maybe when we start learning about basics, ABC, 1, 2, 3, and all those things, that from then only, if our parents can maybe let us a bit habituated with the emotions, at least they are not going to give us big lectures about what depression is, anxiety is, and etc are,
Hmm.
but they can, what they can do is just the way they introduce the alphabets to us, the
Hmm.
numbers to us, so that we get familiar with them in our coming years, because they are going to get tough.
Hmm. Hmm.
Same goes with our feelings. It will not just stay limited to sadness and happiness. They will be, more spectrum. So I think they should teach us a bit about it.
Yeah, obviously, because parents are our first point of contact when it comes to the outside world, and there's a saying that all your issues in your adult life, every single
Hmm.
issue, mental issue, can be traced back to your childhood, to your parents. So yeah, that is a
Yeah.
thing. And one thing I've realized is obviously our parents were also children once. They also went through the same thing. But the problem is the farther away you go from that age, you tend to forget, and then you
Hmm.
do not understand. And then there is a thing called generation gap, because the same issues that you face your children might not face. They have a different set of issues, so you do not get them. And obviously even your parents don't, you don't get your parents, your parents don't get you. But I think one thing that is important is to explain. When you say something to your children, when children come to you, obviously they don't understand, they won't be able to explain. So when it comes to you, you shouldn't directly say, you don't do that, don't do this. There needs to be, parents need to explain things, because the more you say outright, if you say no, don't do it, it doesn't help. Because I think parents sometimes think that children may not understand things, so we do not explain things to them in the first place. But you have to treat children as mini adults. Okay, you have to talk to them in that way only. So uh, a parent's role is very much important when it comes to mental health. Okay, go ahead.
There are two things, to when it comes to mental health. And the first one is visible, not visible. When you are physically hurt,
Hmm.
uh, it is plainly visible to everybody. So it is easy to understand and empathize, because if somebody's hand is hurt,
Hmm.
you can at least visualize saying, okay, what will happen if my hand is also hurt? The trouble with mental health, why people are not able to empathize with the person is it is difficult to see through the
Hmm.
this thing. So I think that is the first point. And second point, there is this thing about parents and children. Okay, I think none of you have children. Okay, so I would like to revisit this topic. When people have children, I'm not saying what you're saying is true, but it's not that simple.
Hmm.
It's not that simple. Yes, parents should try to be a little bit more aware when it comes to dealing with children. Yeah, but it is not that simple.
Hmm.
A blanketed way of dealing with that, that particular fashion. I have been angry on my parents, when I was young, thinking they do not understand me. Now the same thing, which my children do to me. But yeah, it is a struggle to find a balance, between understanding seeing through their tantrums and needs, which one is a tantrum and which one is a need. Trying to find the right balance and the right distinction is a tricky one to get it right. Yeah.
Yeah, the balance between when it comes to should you be your children's friend or should you be strict is something that all parents have seen they struggle with, and it's not just parents. When it comes to my even my younger friends, I don't understand if I should be a bit maternal with them and tell them, okay, don't do this, this is not correct, or should I be strict, because I know if you're too strict they will not come to you, they will not tell you things in the first place. So that's why you want them to feel that that it's an open safe space for you, so you try to be their friend. But even that might backfire, because if you become your children's friend, they do not they won't be scared of you. I think little bit of every emotion is good. Like little bit of fear keeps you in check, little bit of stress makes you keeps you on your toe, it helps you work. So every emotion is important, but finding the balance is the key, which gets a bit difficult.
Yeah, completely I agree with you because just like you mentioned, our parents are also like they have been parents for the first time. Just like we have been child for the first time, they have been parents for the first time as well. But you know what? This thing which is put inside our mind that whenever you're in trouble, run to an adult first. That thing was taught to us by our parents, right? Our parents only taught us that. So for us, the first point of contact, just like you said, the first point of contact is who as an adult, our parents. So I think when they suggest us something, like if you want to talk, if you want to report something, or if you are disturbed about something, go talk to an adult. They should specify also this thing that also we sometimes we don't fall in that category because we are also first time parents. But jokes apart, Gauthaman said what Gauthaman said was exactly on point. Like mental health, when we are expecting somebody else to understand that yes, that person is suffering or that person is going through something, there is a pain behind the smile, there is a reason why she is being so agitated and angry lately. To understand that, to understand the other person's pain point, I think to understand one person's pain point, you need to be a bit clear about it because it is not visible to everyone, right? You know you are hurt, you know you are suffering from something, but if you want help from others, then you have to ask for that help, and that's where many people take their step back because they think talking about it, people are going to point all their fingers at them and call them a retarded person, a madman, a mad person. So we need to normalize this thing a lot in today's generation, at least.
Yeah, talking about mental health, talking about
Yeah.
those kind of issues. That's true.
Yes.
And um one thing I've seen that if you need external help for treating your mental health, people again stigmatize that as well by themselves. Like let's say depression, for example, or you can treat it through exercise, like mental exercise and stuff, but often sometimes you're given medicine, and people are worried when it comes to their mental health. They're worried that if they take medicine to treat that thing, they might get addicted, or that it is wrong, or they feel like, oh, do I need to, if I need to take pills to be happy, it's wrong. But that's the wrong way of looking at it, because take our physical health for example. You and me, we wear glasses because we can't see. Okay, obviously it's not natural, we use an unnatural thing here, we wear it. We do not think twice when it comes to our physical health. If we want to treat it, we take the medicines, we are more than happy with it. Then why is it that when it comes to mental health we do not take it? Because if you're not good enough, medicine is the way. It doesn't matter whether it's your physical health or your mental health. Yeah.
Yeah. So why I raised my hand, you exactly already discussed that about the spectacle thing, because it is very much stupid, especially for people of this generation, of our generation, to make fun of somebody or to mock somebody who is ready to seek help from professionals. There are doctors, they are, segregated. If mental health could have been treated the similar manner as stomachache could be treated, then obviously there would be only one department in the big hospital. That is, just one doctor who treats everything, or one pill which will cure every pain of yours. For example, and you know what? Taking pills, not taking pills, that is completely your personal choice. If I say, by giving my own example, I get very bad period cramps, okay, but some people suggest me to take pills, but I am against that because I feel like I can endure it. But there are certain days when the pain gets literally intolerable from my end as well, and then I shift to taking the help from a external pill, which is fine. I think same goes with mental health. Somebody might not like it, somebody might not feel like going to a doctor, it will make them feel, just I said, bad or something like that. But it's fine. If you don't want to go, don't go. But if somebody else is going, in your friend circle, in your group, in your family, your partner, anybody, just don't mock them. Because what you're doing right now is not just ruining their mental health more, but also taking, literally snatching away their chance of, staying happy in their life further. Because if these things are not treated properly on time, this will lead to major issues with coming age.
You are right when you said about that you do not take pills for your cramps. That happens with me as well. Sometimes I'm like, I can handle it. It feels like if everyone is handling, it's normal, and then you keep on increasing your pain tolerance. And this is, I think, always comes. I think this is a female thing. We do have a higher pain tolerance, so we end up thinking this is normal. This is normal. Usually when it comes to physical pain, and I think that also gets translated to our mental pain as well. You suffer from thing, you're stressing out because of certain thing, you're being depressed because of something, and you're like, okay, it's normal, it's fine, because because things do not escalate very quickly. It takes time for things to escalate. So it keeps on becoming, it's like you feel like that's your new normal, that's your baseline. But you need to understand what your initial baseline was, how much you were suffering before. So noting down what you're going through and then going back and reading those things out would help us see the pattern and understand that we do not need to suffer. Not suffering is not the way to go.
Yes, and there is a very funny saying that most of the time people who go to therapy is because of the people who are not going to therapy.
Yeah, that's true.
So, so people who make fun of people for going to therapy, they are the first person who should be going to take therapy. Because you just imagine one thing: there is a fight between me and you, okay, and you very well know that I am the problem. I am the reason for which this fight has occurred. But I am straight up saying to your face that no, I will not go to therapy. I mean, sorry, I will not. I am not going to take the, I'm not going to own up to my mistakes. I will not agree to what you are saying, even though even I know that I am wrong. So don't you think that goes in the same way when people mock people when they go to therapy? Like I have a friend of mine who literally, we were having this discussion, like a very friendly discussion, like it is very important why you should go to therapy and stuff. I was explaining that person, okay, and that person literally straight up laughed on my face. I asked, like, why, what was the reason? Tell me exactly, explain it to me. Why did you laugh at me for saying that everybody should go to therapy even if they feel like they're okay? Because mental health is something, just like, it is not very clearly evident to everyone, right? It takes time to understand like what is actually wrong with you, because the wound which is inside your mind, that is not too visible even to yourself. So you need time to understand what is exactly wrong with you. Is it just a normal mere sadness phase, or you are actually depressed, or you're actually anxious about something? To understand that, you need time. So back to the story.
Yeah.
So when I asked that person, like, why did you laugh, that person straight up said to my face, like, it's all in your head. I mean, obviously it's
it is in
obviously
your head,
it's in my head.
but it
It
needs
is in
time.
my head. So that is why I'm suggesting like everybody should go at least once to therapy, and what, should maybe see a doctor. But that person was like so stubborn, and so much like, no, I will never ever go to therapy because I know I'm perfectly fine. I know I have no flaws. And that's when it hit me. This person has already targeted every person who goes to therapy for seeking mental health from professional doctors as a person with flaw. So, so debating with that person is just waste of my time. Since that day, I just stopped talking with the person, because at some point even we should give up on some people.
Yeah.
Because it makes no sense. We're just investing our energy and wasting our time on people who deserve none of it.
That's true. Like most people have seen that they cannot remain alone. They are fearful of being lonely, so they keep on tolerating things from their friends who they shouldn't call friends in the first place. A lot of the time, uh, we compare ourselves with such friends, or they compare themselves with us. So people need to know that living alone or being alone is not a bad thing. A good company is obviously better than no company, but no company is much better than being in a bad company. But often people simply do not want to be alone, so they just doesn't matter who it is. They people keep on being in toxic relationships and toxic friendships. So people need to learn how to let go of other people. You cannot always explain your side. Yes, you should try in the first place. Always tell people what hurts you, be very clear about it, but don't give people multiple chances. There's this thing, I remember when you're scared of something, okay, people often say face it, okay, but it's okay if you cannot face it, it's fine. Sometimes simply removing the trigger that affects you is also fine. You do not always have to learn to be indifferent to people or indifferent to things. Some things will always hurt you. There is no two way about it. So just remove those things, remove those people from your life. It's not wrong.
Yeah, I agreed with you, Prachi. And before I, continue on this, Sanjukta just joined. I
Yeah,
just
yeah.
noticed that she joined, and I would like to know if you would love to, share your thoughts on this topic. We are basically discussing on if no one's coming to save us,
How
how
do
do
we
we
say?
save ourselves? So I think you will have a lot to say on this because you are a master of this mental health topic in general. So if you would, love to share some thoughts here, Sanjukta.
Okay, I don't think she can hear us. If anyone else would
Yeah.
like to join and talk at any point, just you can switch on your camera and your mic and you can start talking. If someone else is talking, then you can raise your hands. Otherwise, you can simply just start talking. Okay. So, okay, I don't think Sayukta is there.
I think she is busy. So it's okay. So I what I was going to say is that the thing which you mentioned about if you are not supposed to give too many chances to one person.
Hmm.
Okay. Why do we give so many chances to a single person? It is very much easy to answer because we believe we stay in the hope that this person is going to change. This person is going to change for one day, and that one day never comes.
Hmm.
What happens? You stay in the denial that you have already given multiple chances to that particular relationship, that friendship, or whatever bond you share with the person, but still that person is not valuing your, time, your hope, your expectations from them. So yeah, we are afraid sometimes that if we maybe if I just straight up say to that person's face like I don't want to stay with you anymore, this friendship means nothing to me, let's just end this, we will end up being alone,
Hmm.
right? That staying alone things, it makes us a bit scared,
Hmm.
it makes us feel lonely, like more lonely, like we feel more lonely because sometimes it happens. We don't feel bad when friendship breakups or relationship breakups happen, mostly when it's with random people,
Hmm.
right? We don't consider everybody to be a part, a very big part of our life. But when we consider somebody a part of our life with whom we have shared secrets, memories, laughter, joy, cry, everything, suddenly if that person changes, you know we just can't take it.
Hmm.
And there another mental toil it takes on us, like why what where did I go wrong? The first question we ask to ourselves is where did I go wrong?
Hmm.
And that thing, if we give the power to the other person that they know, okay, me ignoring this person, this person is feeling bad about it, I have a power, so I will repeat it more.
Hmm.
So when somebody keeps on repeating the same mistakes over and over, they are no more mistakes, basically they are their habit.
Hmm. Hmm.
It's their habit. It's their habit to give trauma to you because from there only they are getting the pleasure.
True.
So the guilty pleasure thing which we say basically.
Yeah.
So they are taking that from there.
Hmm.
So it's very much important to stop at a certain point to help yourself because it's very true. No one is going to save us.
Hmm.
We have to save ourselves and pull ourselves from the deepest and darkest places of our lives. Like in every time, every moment of our life.
True. I mean,
Yeah.
yes, we have to save ourselves. We should be the first person that we should turn to when it comes to our own problems. But we shouldn't obviously stay there, because humans are social animals. We may come alone and we'll go back alone. But in this world, during our entire lives, we are surrounded by people. So there's nothing wrong in taking help, in expecting someone else to help you. But they shouldn't. It shouldn't be like that they owe you something. You should take care of yourself first. You should understand your issues first, and then if you cannot handle, then you reach out to other people. If you keep on depending on other person for your happiness, that is a disservice to both of you, to that person as well as you. So that is wrong. And also, I think at some point you said that we do not leave people, we keep giving them chances. You know why we do that? It's called sunk cost fallacy. When you give multiple years to a person, or a opportunity, or a thing, or anything in your life, you feel like, I've already given so many years, it shouldn't go to waste. So you're willing to give one more year to it, and that is a very bad thing. You have to understand that simply because you were trying hard for something in life, or and it's not working, it's okay to let things go. And often people keep saying, no, keep on trying, you'll get it. Sometimes it's not meant for you. And this same logic of keep on trying, sometimes you put it on people. You should keep on trying when it comes to your goals, but not on people, because everyone has a free will. Just because you want someone to be in your life and they don't want you, you cannot keep forcing them to be in your life. So you have to depend on yourself. You have to understand at what point you have to cut your losses, and understand things like this. So Shomali, I would like to ask you, what are like, you're in your 20s now. It's not the same problem that might have troubled you throughout your childhood and now. So what are the major things that you are suffering currently, or were you suffering before, when it comes to mental health, obviously? So what
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. So as you just mentioned, I'm in my 20s. I would like to rectify. I'm very close to 30s. So,
Late 20s.
so yeah. So like things are changing drastically when it comes to my mental health. Earlier, I was really willing, like really willing to stay stuck in a certain place where I knew that there is no hope. Still, I used to think like, okay, what's the issue? What's the harm? I will just stay here. I will let my energy drain. I will let that person suck the energy, suck the soul out of me, and drain me out completely. Because where's the harm? Because when I was young, I had so much time. I had so much free space in my mind as well. I was not occupied that much. So that thing triggered something in me which is affecting me now. So what happens now is that I will be very honest, because as we are talking about this topic, so I think being the host, at least we should be very much, true and honest about it. That thing, what happened, because I used to give a lot of time and energy to people who did not deserve, that thing triggers a lot of anxiety in me now. What happens, I will just give you one example. I'm trying my best, okay, to make somebody understand that where they are wrong, and that person is like evidently and continuously, like they are saying that I will not, take your points, consider your points or your feelings, and you do whatever you want to do, you say whatever you want to say. I will keep on doing, I will keep on repeating whatever I want to do. So if I was in my younger state of mind, I would have just, let it go, laughed it out, or maybe, fought with that person. But now what happens is that I go completely shut. I shut down myself. There are days when I don't feel like talking with anybody. It feels like something is missing. Why am I not able to make the other person understand? Where did I go wrong? Where did my time, affection, love, the bond which we shared, where did it just vanished in thin air, because the person is like saying that he or she will never ever understand or consider what I am feeling. So I think that is the shift which I have faced. Earlier I used to laugh it off, but now I just go silent.
Okay.
So that is the change.
Okay, that's good. When it comes to me, like currently, the issue that I face, I'll call it the imposter syndrome, where you feel like you're not good enough, you're never good enough. That does not let me enjoy my work. No, I have to keep telling myself, if I was not good enough, I wouldn't be here wherever I am right now. but that thing keeps on affecting you a lot. And mostly it comes is when you have never seen failure in your life. Like in my school days, I was very smart academically. I was very good. My first failure in my life was during my MSc years, because even my graduation was really good. My post graduation was not as good. And when you suddenly see that you're not able to do it, it affects your confidence, it affects your belief in yourself. And then if you and there's a thing that if you believe you can do it, you're absolutely right, and if you believe you cannot, you are absolutely right. So you have to think, just because something didn't happen to you, you failed once doesn't mean you're gonna fail again and again. And even if you do, if you learn something from your failure, it was not really a failure. So you got to know when to give up and when not to give up. And do not we should not let our past issues affect our life. A lot of the people, I think, most of the people, when a lot of their issues come from their academic life. I've seen that. If you ask anyone, our recurring nightmares are usually about college or school, where there's an exam going on and you didn't study or you're late to that. Like, it deeply affects us. So that's why mental health awareness at school level, I think, is very much important. That has to be a subject. People need to be taught that. And it's not like our issues get less as we grow up. If anything, it increases. I know it increases, but your capacity to handle it also increases. So, and again, that's why you have to understand that young people are new to this world. This is the first time they're facing thing. Often we are like, okay, if it's a toddler, like if you're under 5, you're like, okay, this person is actually new to this world, so we understand them. But even teenagers, even till you're 18 or something, everything that you're going through, it is new to your life. But people do not understand that part. They're like, you're old enough, you have to understand things, but you do not. So yeah.
Yes, this confusion of you're old enough and you're not old enough to
Yeah.
do some certain things.
Right.
This confusion, this confusion confuses you more, rather than giving you a clear picture, rather than getting a clear picture from our parents, from our elders about a certain topic. When we ask them, like, can I go out after 9? No, you're not old enough. So, and then the very next morning, why are you sleeping so late? You're so old, wake up early. What am I? This confusion starts from there itself, right? You're supposed to, I mean, what, as a child, we expect somebody very, obviously, that somebody, I'm referring to our parents, to be very much, they should make us understand. They should not confuse us more. We are already confused. Everything is new to us. So if they will only not make us understand all these emotions, all these feelings, what is this, what is that, then what, I mean, to whom should we go? To whom should we run to when we are in trouble? That thing is really important in a child's, initial growing years.
Yeah.
The support from their parent, their understanding about all these topics.
True. So,
Yeah.
how do you deal with issues in your life? What are your coping mechanisms when it comes to, let's say, you're stressed about something, you have too much stress about something? What is the first thing that you do? How do you deal with it? And yeah.
Okay. So first of all, I've just noticed something. Your T-shirt says serial chiller.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah. So this is very much opposite to what we are discussing, but that's the mindset I carry to cope up. Okay. I chill. I chill every time whenever I get a chance. And how I chill, my coping mechanisms are a bit, I don't know, people are going to judge me maybe. But when I'm stressed, I work very well. Okay. I work very well. I overwork myself when I'm stressed. When I'm anxious, I will work. When I'm stressed, I will work. When I'm depressed, I will work. And by work, I mean not just office work or anything like that. I work on my own skills. Like, right? I am into videography, content creation, and stuff. So those are the days, those are the times when my creativity literally emerges out of me like a erupting volcano. Okay, especially my art page. I abandoned my art page like half of the year. It just stays there no posts, nothing. Suddenly, one day I'm feeling very much extremely depressed. I'm feeling very much anxious about something. You will see 10 to 15, art pieces, animations, or something on my page getting posted every alternate day. And that came out of because I was trying to cope up with the stress I was going through. So, I overwork myself because I feel to stop the bad negative thinkings which are going in the back of my mind, I need to do something which gives me peace. And art was something which literally is really very close to me because the teacher who taught me how to paint, how to hold literally a pencil, a paint brush, he he saw the potential in me when nobody else believed that I can be a good artist. Everybody used to tell me, "Oh, you can't be a good artist. This, that, blah, blah, blah." Especially in school, that yeah, in school also like this kind of small bullyings, this kind of taunts really affect a child's thinking capacities a lot. But that teacher, he really helped me out. But the sad part is he's no more. So whenever I draw, or whenever when somebody praises me, a stranger praises me for my art and artsy side, I really feel very much grateful to that teacher of mine who saw the potential in me and helped me become what I am today as an artist.
Okay. So you
And
basically,
what do you do? What do you do?
okay, before that, so you basically convert your suffering into productive things. Anytime you feel bad, you're just like, I'll just channel it outside into a different thing.
Yes. and
Uh,
you can also see those things in my artworks because there are certain phase in my art where you can see like, okay, maybe she's going through something, anybody can understand that.
okay. I have realized if I'm not stressed, if I have zero stress, I'll do nothing. I need a little bit of stress to push me towards the deadline. And when there is too much stress, I again do not do anything because then you're like, fuck this shit, I'm out of here. You might have seen that meme, right?
Yeah,
They just
yeah.
throw away the things because when things are really
Yes.
bad. So I need a very appropriate amount of stress, appropriate amount of anxiety. Everything needs to be just little, not too much, not too less, just right there. That's what drives me.
And what do you do? Like, what are the things like coding? Is that what you do?
Odi, what?
I mean, coding is your
Coding
coping
also.
mechanism?
No, coding is not my coping mechanism. When I'm too stressed or anything, I talk to myself out loud actually.
My God.
Yeah, and in third person.
Okay.
Yeah, I never say I need to do this, I am suffering. I'll say you are suffering from this, you need to get better. Or when I need more support, I use we, that we will do this, we are gonna do this, we'll study, we'll do that, this. So I
Nice.
use we and you pronoun for myself rather than I pronoun when I'm talking to myself.
Okay.
So that
So,
that
so
actually helps.
that is like a mini concert, a conference room
Yeah,
talk
yeah,
you have with yourself.
yeah, yeah. And it
Nice.
actually
That is nice.
yeah, it actually helps.
Hmm.
So, and then walking also helps. I think, yeah, when you get stuck in one place, one room, that room
Hmm.
becomes a symbol of everything that went bad with you. Like this room currently, this is my room. This is where I stayed during my UPSC preparation, which completely
Uh,
screwed up with everything. And I started to hate this place. I left this house long time ago, like 3 years ago. I came to Bangalore, and after 6 7 months when I came back, simply being in the room was triggering because it was a personification of everything that went wrong with you. So
hmm.
you should not confine yourself to one to your house often, because whenever you're suffering, your safe space obviously becomes your house. That is a good thing, but do not just barge yourself and completely lock yourself in. You
Hmm.
have to get
Hmm.
out in the world. People on the internet, they keep saying touch grass. That's kind of an insult, that touch grass, you are always
Yeah.
in here, but that's actually true. Getting out in the world, just basic, just little bit of sunlight actually really helps. So yeah, talking to yourself,
Vitamin D helps.
yeah, talking to yourself, walking, these are my coping mechanisms. And
Yeah.
writing obviously, but I prefer talking more rather than writing things out. Talking actually really helps. It clears up your head,
Hmm.
no, because a lot of the time we are overthinking things, and if you do not get it out of your head, okay, you'll be in the same loop over and over and over again, and it's the same thing. But once you start speaking, because you obviously cannot speak too much, okay, when it comes to overthinking, you can overthink very quickly, thousands of thoughts at the same time. But speaking, it's time consuming, and it tires you out. which actually helps you to get everything, like it's like a chaos in your head, but when you speak, it gets a structure.
Uh,
So speaking to
yes.
yourself is a very, I'll say, a really good coping mechanism for me.
No, that is actually great because just I said I become extra creative when I'm stressed or I really want to cope up with what I'm going through. You start speaking with yourself. So everybody has their own coping mechanisms, and maybe not the very conventional ones, but they help. So whatever helps.
Hmm. Also, when it comes to the imposter syndrome, that comes because maybe some I feel that I do not have the knowledge right now, so that then can lead to stress. So I deal with it by learning more, because I realize if I know more about something, I'll be more confident, and if I'm confident, I'll be more happy. So it's that. And another one bad thing about me is that I used to associate my self worth with my academic performance initially, and when those kind of things wouldn't work out, I felt like I do not deserve to be happy. But we need to learn to compartmentalize things. Just because you're not good in one thing doesn't mean you need to suffer for it. And I think most people do this because when you're young, that is other than your own personality, this is the other thing that you have got, your academic life.
Hmm.
And if you do not perform well there, things get blurry, and then you start uh, uh, hating yourself for it, and you do not allow yourself to be happy. But it's okay. You We need to learn to love ourselves with all our faults, not despite our faults, with all our faults.
Hmm. Nice. Yeah, very nice. That is true because if we will not see our own self worth before everybody else does, then how can we expect somebody else to, give us the respect, the attention which we actually deserve. So, and also there's one thing like the imposter syndrome which you're talking about. I think I have that as well. Sometimes what happens is that even when currently somebody is praising my work, you are praising like, okay, you have written this thing very nice, articulated manner. The edit is good. The jokes are on point.
Hmm.
I'm like, is she really complimenting me or is that a taunt? No,
No.
because I can't take compliments very easily. I have this problem in me. Uh, and this thing did not obviously start like out of a sudden. When I was small, in school, just like I said, I was into art since I was small because that was my escape. Since as a child, also, that was my escape. Art was my escape. So when I used to draw, obviously, I was not a born artist. I learned from my mistakes. The teachers taught me. When I used to go to my certain group of friends who are no more friends, thank God, they used to judge my artwork like shit. They
Hmm.
used to tell, bro, why are you even trying? Just drop the pen. Don't even try. Don't even, take up the paintbrush ever in your life. Even when I started my digital illustrations, I remember there was this one person online. We never met. We
Hmm.
never met. There was this guy who literally DM'd me. Did not comment, but DM'd me like, why are you even trying? You're not good. Just leave it.
Hmm.
So, and then, oh no, wait, I'm wrong. He did not DM me. He tagged me, like he did not tag me directly, but he wrote the post about my artwork
Hmm.
and mentioned me in a indirect manner and then posted it on socials. Okay,
Hmm.
like some people don't even know how to use, how to draw digitally, still they're trying.
Hmm.
Okay, people just should give up. And these things, with years of such kind of taunts from friends, from strangers, from family, build it up inside me, and it made me feel like somebody is genuinely complimenting me. Now they're not complimenting, they're just pulling my leg.
Okay.
I have that imposter syndrome as well.
Spite is such a good motivator. Have you realized this? That people say you can't do it. It gives you more like fuel to your fire. Oh, you said I can
Yeah.
do it. I'll show you now. So,
Yeah, but some sorry to interrupt, but sometimes we do need some support rather than some
obviously,
fuel and fire. We just
obviously.
need some calmness and some support because every time there is this saying, no, when you are drowning in the middle of the sea, you don't expect somebody to teach you how to swim. You expect them to save
Save
you,
you. Yeah.
right? You will not go and like, yeah, do this, do that. No, right. Sometimes we just need some clarity, some support because the feelings, the thoughts really get heavy sometimes, which is not in our hands to deal with that completely alone.
Hmm. True. Well said.
Yeah.
So, a lot of you people have joined. Do you guys have anything to add to this?
I think today most of them are, busy with their works and stuff.
Or maybe they just want us to listen. They want to listen to us.
Yeah, because we are talking so good. Maybe you guys can react hard to it so that I can get some, fuel that yes, I'm
Motivation.
talking nicely.
Yeah.
Okay, nobody's reacting hard. Maybe I'm not. Oh, okay. Thank you, Isha.
Thank you, Isha.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So I would like to ask you one thing. Like, do you have any certain movies or inspirational quotes as such which
Okay.
motivated you
You
to
might
deal with it?
okay. You might find it odd, but when I'm already in a bad mood, I like to watch. Okay, let's Sayukta talk. Okay, Sayukta. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sanjukta. Sorry.
Sanjukta. Yeah,
Hello.
Hi.
yeah.
Uh, I have to say that I really enjoyed you guys talking, and I think like people like you, I think like to improve the scene of mental health in India, I think this is very important what you guys are doing, and I think that so I'm a mental health professional myself. So the most common thing that I see in teenagers is the emotional dysregulation that they face. They are very intelligent, but they cannot regulate their emotions. So I think especially Prachi, the way you talk, the way you explain sunk cost fallacy, I mean, I'm a fan of it. So I think we should realize when to let go and when to hold on. I think that is the most important thing. People hold on to things for far too long for their own good.
True.
And I just wanted to thank you guys for bringing these discussions here. Just that.
Thank you so much
Yeah.
for
Thank you, Sanjukta.
yeah. Okay. So where were we? Yeah, you're asking me what do I do? What kind of
Yeah.
movies I
No,
watch
no. Yeah, movies or
when I'm
quote you
sad?
have. Yeah.
When I'm sad. Oddly enough, when I'm in a sad mood, I like to cry more. So I would watch something that's gonna make me cry. So music or TV shows, I want those kind of shows where I can cry it out. Like, crying is actually very cathartic. I've realized this. And see, and women, I think we are allowed to cry. Men are not allowed to cry. Every time a man cries, there's a people say
Yeah.
no,
It's such a
boys
bullshit.
don't cry, boys don't cry.
Yeah.
But that
It's
is
such a
so
bullshit thing.
wrong. Crying gives you catharsis. It actually gets things out of your system. There's nothing wrong in crying. You got
Mm.
sometimes you just gotta you have a good cry and everything feels better suddenly.
Yeah. And
Nisarga and
okay, Nisarga.
Sanjukta
Nisarga wants
have
to go.
raised
No,
hands.
Sanjukta, I think it was from the previous
Okay,
one.
okay.
She
Nisarga,
raised hand.
okay. Nisarga, you wanna talk?
You said men don't cry. That's very controversial.
No, I didn't say men don't cry.
Okay.
The society says that
But
men shouldn't cry.
okay, like that.
Yeah, like that.
Okay, okay, okay.
So that's what you wanted to add. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, about the sad thing, I think I like to dance to just stupid dance to music, anything, or like go on a walk.
Yeah.
That is nice.
Walking lady helps. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So Sanjukta, do you want to add something or
No, I think it's all right.
Okay. Your hands were still
oh
raised. You can
yeah,
you
yeah.
can click on it to unraise it. Yeah.
Yeah, done.
Okay.
Thanks.
Okay. So yeah, where were we? I forgot.
We were talking about men don't cry. It's a bullshit that they don't cry and
Yeah,
stuff.
but see, there's two things about this as well. That yes, men are not allowed to cry, but at the same time, lately I've been seeing that a lot of men, even though they have male friends, they always depend on a female presence in their life,
Yeah.
be it their girlfriends or their mother or their best friend. But I think men also need to learn that they should help their friends out. Maybe it's a reality, or maybe it's just what I've seen in movies or memes. But often they have issues. Their friends are like, "Come, let's drink." The solution to every problem is, "Come, let's drink." You cannot drink away your trouble. Men need to learn how to talk things out with their male friends, not just their female friends, because it's wrong to.
I yeah. No, no, continue,
No, no,
continue.
it's okay. Nisarga has raised hands.
Yeah, Nisarga, you
Go
can tell.
ahead, Nisarga.
I think men mental health should be taught in school. Like how students are taught about menstrual hygiene.
Yeah,
The men mental health should be made a topic like that.
absolutely agree with it.
So
But
that
not.
women can suffer less.
True, true.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I just wanted to add to this only, like just like Nisarga said, that menstrual talks are there in school, which is new, obviously. Similarly, mental health talk should also be there. And you mentioned, right? Whenever a man is upset, a boy is upset, they're like, "Chal bhai, daru pite."
Hmm.
That is a coping mechanism, and that is a bullshit coping mechanism.
Absolutely.
But if you tell them that you are bro, you need help, they will go like completely gaga over you and go completely nuts. I don't need help, I'm a man, what help do I need? You need help, I'll help you. Like, oh my god, this feeling they have in their own mind for themselves, that if they ask for help they will become less of a man, is so wrong.
Hmm.
And I think we should blame the upbringing too, and for this mentality which they have,
I think I
because
blame.
parents,
Oh, okay. Good.
yeah, parents, no, I have seen this in many families, like a lot of families where there are two child, there's a girl child and a boy child,
Hmm.
and both are raised differently.
True.
Okay, the girl is taught, like, if you're hurt, if you are on pain, still you have to work, or
Hmm.
you have to suppress your emotions. Whereas if the boy is hurt, oh mera raja beta kya ho gaya? Why this why this kind of bhedbhav? I don't understand.
It's just how society works. And I've seen, I've seen parents are different depending upon the kind of children they have. Like if you're a girl
Mm,
dad, I've seen girl dads to be more liberal, but if you're a boy dad, you're not. You're more
mm,
conservative. And if you
yes.
have a girl and a boy, and if the girl is elder, you will be more liberal. But if the boy is elder, you get more conservative. So that also
True.
happens.
Yes, and recently, in I would really love to do and say something that earlier, whenever we used to see movies, especially Bollywood movies, this thing कि मत को दर्द नहीं होता है. From where did these dialogues came into the real scenario? From the bullshit movies, right?
Yeah.
People praise the movies and stuff. Yes, some movies are really good, but there are some movies which are poison to the society.
Hmm.
And these dialogues like "मर्द को दर्द नहीं होता है, मर्द नहीं रोता है," these things came from the earlier day movies. But recently, Bollywood is really doing something good. Especially the recent thing I saw last night only. It's a mini series on Netflix which is known as Single Papa.
Okay.
Okay, so basically, it's about the story about the journey of a single dad. Okay, who adopted a male a baby, which is not possible in India very easily. All the troubles and everything there. It focused on how a boy can do this, how a boy can do that. And yes, crying is normal in boys, expressing their emotions is normal. So I think this kind of movies also play a very huge part in
True.
yeah, in this generation, especially for men, especially for boys. They
Hmm.
should watch this kind of movies and
Hmm.
series.
True. I mean, you're saying that there are some good movies and everything, like you said, that Mard ko dard nahi hota, it's a thing of the past, but that's not true. Even today's movies are not good.
Yeah,
If you've
no,
seen,
no, no, I'm not. Yeah.
I don't want to say name of that movie, but there are certain movies that glorify the male suffering, and they're like, oh, your heart got hurt, it's okay, you hurt everyone else. They normalize
Hmm.
that. That is so wrong, you know. And anger is
Yes.
also an emotion. Okay, they keep saying that women are emotional, but men are angry all the time, and that is also an emotion. They need to keep that in check. They have to
Hmm.
understand that their anger doesn't simply affect them, it affects everyone around them.
Yes, and I don't want to talk on behalf of every woman,
Hmm.
but I feel like being a woman, we are more emotionally intelligent than a man. Okay, because yes, there are certain women who are dumb. Let's be honest.
Hmm.
But when it comes to me, I feel like I have that in me because just I mentioned earlier the way I was raised. Okay, so there were certain times when I really wanted my parents' support, or maybe an elder supporting me in certain situations where I did not get any support from anybody. Okay, rather I had to do and deal with every struggle, every trouble by my own self. So that thing came, that understanding, that level of maturity came into me in a very younger age.
Hmm.
And maybe that is a good thing,
Hmm.
but a bad thing at the same time.
Hmm.
Because you understand things which you're not supposed to understand at a very young age.
Hmm. You grow up earlier than
Yes.
required.
And trust me, growing up sucks.
I know. I'm older than you. I know.
Yeah.
Not truly, actually, because I feel I have more courage, more uh, tolerance for all bad things in life. Like initially, I used to struggle from things and I didn't know what to do. I didn't have the means to understand. But now, even if there are more problems, I know what to do. So sometimes growing up also helps. That teaches you things. Yeah. So
Sometimes.
how do you, Somali? I would like to ask you, how do you help your friends when it comes to their mental health? Because okay, I'll
Okay,
tell you
I
mine
love this
later.
question.
You start.
Yeah, yeah. I love this. Thank you for asking this question. Obviously, I was not prepared for it. Thanks for asking. I can very proudly claim myself to be the safe space of my friends group. Even people who don't talk with me, even people who have never talked with me, they I see somebody upset, I will go to them upfront. I will make them comfortable somehow. If they don't want to talk, I will just sit with them in silence. If they want to talk, I will lend my ears to them. If they want to cry, my shoulder is all of my body part is theirs. Wherever they want to lean on and cry. I mean, don't take it in the wrong manner, but we are talking about mental health and emotional thing right now. So let's stick to that. So offer support even when I feel like it is hard for them to ask for it, because why I am able to understand, I have went through this shit kind of phase, and I still go through this kind of phases every now and then in my life. So I believe if somebody was absent when I needed someone, some person who is more knowledgeable than me or who understands this thing, though they were absent in my life, why don't I become the person for my friends? That day only, when I was returning back to my PG from office, a girl was crying on bus because she was going to attend the funeral of her teacher. Okay. I don't know the girl. I thought even she will not even reply to me, but she was literally crying her eyes out on the bus, on the moving bus full of people. So I just gently tapped on her shoulder and asked her, like, "Are you okay? Do you need some help?" That's it. All it took for her to share every pain of hers, and she was crying from Silkwood till I don't remember what direction it was, but she was crying. And then the moment I asked her, I consoled her. She started, sharing jokes and stuff with me. So that's all it takes. Just reach out to people. That's all it takes.
That's
That's
true.
who I am.
That's true. When it comes to me helping my friends, I have often prided myself as being their therapist at times. I really, okay, this might seem a bit, I don't know, dark or wrong, but when I listen to my friends talk about their bad things in life, it kind of makes me feel better for the time being that my life isn't bad. It
It is
helps me.
dark.
Yeah, it is bad. I know. It helps me get away from my suffering if I focus on someone else's suffering. Okay. And yeah, I have always been their therapist. Like any my friends, sometimes they call me at 2 or 3, and I always pick up, no matter what happens. Especially if they call me late at night, I know there
Yeah.
has to be something
Something is
bad,
wrong.
and
Yeah.
my sleep is very important to me, and yet I will always pick up my friends' call if they call me at like at midnight or whatever. So yeah, I've always been the therapist, but I also need people to be my therapist. And thankfully, there has been times that my friends and me, I'm very glad that we do not both suffer at the same time. Because if we are both suffering, we'll be dead. I don't know what will happen to us. So usually when
Yeah.
I am low, I talk with my friend. When they are low, they talk with me, and it helps balance thing out. But when you're both suffering and you're dumping your trauma on others, that leads to a break in your friendship. So you have to understand that if you want to seek help, sure, seek help, but understand that is that person capable of handling your issues. You cannot just dump out everything to them. And
True.
that is also bad. Like if someone always keeps telling you about their shitty things in life, it starts affecting you as well. And at that point, you might feel selfish when you're not listening to them, when you want to take a break from them for a little while. There's nothing wrong in that, but it feels like it because they were always there for you. So here the boundary comes that uh, you should not let yourself be used completely like this. I know they are your friends, I know they are your loved ones, but one person was never made like you one person cannot handle everything. Okay, so if your
Yeah.
friends or your loved ones are suffering, sure, help them, but you cannot give everything to them, because if you do, nothing will remain for you and resentment would come. And
Yes.
that's why I'm kind of glad that when I have like two, three, four like very close friends. So I know that when I suffer from one something, okay, I know I'm gonna keep talking about it in my head. So what do? I talk with one friend for a while. Okay, 1 week I'll trouble them. This happened, that happened. I'm crying. I'm sad. Then I'll tell another friend. Then another. So that by the time I come back to the first friend, it's been a long time for them. So they can
Yeah.
handle me. So yeah, that's what I do. Yeah.
Yeah. That is nice actually. Having friends really helps, but
Yeah.
not, using them all the time.
Yeah.
This is also something we should keep in mind.
True. Okay, then I think it's time for us to end this talk. It was good. We loved it. So Shumali, would you like to close this?
Yes, I would definitely love to close it because I was asking you, right, about a movie which is your comfort movie and quote and stuff. So I have a very close to my heart a movie is there which is really really comforting to me, especially on my sad days, depressed days when I don't want to get up from my bed kind of days. That movie helps me out every time, and that is Dear Zindagi. Shah Rukh Khan, Alia Bhatt, that one. Okay, so the whole story revolves around, if I'm not wrong, Kaira, Alia Bhatt's character's name, Kaira, who was suffering from a lot of mental health issues. Like she was not able to sleep, she was sleep deprived, she could not focus on her work because she had a terrible, terrible breakup. She was not able to trust men because of that breakup and a lot of other things. She had childhood trauma as well, okay, which came later into the movie. So I think that movie's one dialogue remains very close to my heart, and that thing, helps me, which is do not let your bad past ruin your beautiful present. So I think we should maintain that mantra in our life, throughout our life, because otherwise everything will be a mess up. Present, future, past, everything.
Okay, very well said. Thank you for
Yeah.
that. So, so with that, we'll be closing this podcast for today. Thank you for
Yeah.
joining us. And for our previous podcast, it's all uploaded on YouTube. Our channel name is TwoXTopia, obviously. Check us out on Instagram. Our Instagram handle is shockingly TwoXTopia. And do check out our website.
Yeah.
Do check our website as well. You can find like-minded people there and share your issues anonymously or not anonymously. It's up to you. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. We'll see you next Wednesday.
Yes.
Okay, bye.
Bye bye.